Ranger Betsy here, and today we're going out on the trail to Todds Inheritance in Edgemere, Maryland. To learn a little bit more about this historic site, we'll talk to the president and vice president.
20 years. We are very proud of what we do here. We tell the wonderful story of Baltimore County and the state of Maryland and its importance in the War of 1812 and actually in history. We are open one weekend a month, and we represent the Todd family who owned this property from 1664 to 1975. We tell a lot of their history. We also tell the history of how it ties in with Baltimore County and the state of Maryland.
Hello, I'm Fran and I'm Vice President, and thank you for visiting the house today. We have great historical stories to share, and that is our purpose and our goal as an organization. We're standing right now in North Point State Park. The Todd House and several curatorship properties are all part of the park, and as Carolyn said, we invite visitors when we can to learn our story. The land we see right now is the site where the British landed for the invasion of Baltimore back in September the 12th, 1814. You can imagine approximately 4,000 British sailors, soldiers, and Marines, cannons, wagon, horses, all disembarking from approximately 100 ships off to the side. And this is where they staged for their attack and assault on Baltimore. The Todd family had the property at the time. The original house was burned by the British on their way out from Baltimore. The owner of the house at the time was Bernard Todd, and Bernard was part of the Maryland and American militia. They had a lookout post set up at the house, and when the British ships appeared on the horizon, the riders went and warned General Stricker of the British arrival, and the battle had begun.
Over the generations, there have been many prominent members of the family that were involved in government and some historical events. Thomas Todd, who owned the house during the American Revolution, actually fought in the Revolutionary War. His son Bernard owned it when the British invaded in 1814. And we've had the Supreme Court judge that was a member of the Todd family. And probably the thing that we're most proud about is that Ella Ross Holloway was a descendant of the Todd family. She, along with Charles Linthicum, who was a legislator in Maryland, fought very hard to have the Francis Scott Key poem recognized as our national anthem, Star Spangled Banner. And since we're here to celebrate the Star Spangled Banner Trail, I think it's very appropriate that we point that out.
And during your visit, you'll not only learn about the history of the area in the War of 1812, but we have exhibits and artifacts from Native American presence, which dates back to nearly 9,000 years. We also have historical artifacts from Fort Howard,